Brian, brought to you by the Cannabis Lab. We are live here at the Alternative Products Expo at the Broward County Convention Center in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in the United States of America on planet Earth. And that's an exact location, guys. We're joined here by Chris Thompson of GreenYeti. Chris, thanks for joining me today.
And yeah, it's Chris Thomas. Everybody does it. It's fine. I mean,
I will tell you, the only time I ever have anxiety doing the show is when I say somebody's name.
Yeah, I wish I had a just plain name, right? Like Buck. Something would be great.
We need to just go back to singular names like Madonna.
Really do. Yeah.
So, Chris, I know I pulled you out of the aisle here, and I thank you for sitting down with me. But tell me a little bit about GreenYeti and what you guys are doing.
Yep.
With C-Lab, we are in a organization of industry professionals, and that is people who help cannabis companies operate more like traditional businesses.
Yeah.
So tell us about your firm.
Yeah, so we're kind of born out of you would never know it. I used to work at one of the big corporate accounting firms, and I was the global head of product development and marketing. And basically, my business partner, she's the accountant, and I'm more the development side. And what we wanted to do is kind of bring accounting to the cannabis industry that also just doesn't do accounting, but we actually track all of your inventory from literally seed to sale, right?
Okay.
And so think about an ERP system. And so basically we have that coming out later this year. So we do accounting services right now. And then my background being in accounting and building accounting software, we're bringing it to cannabis industry.
Sure. So what is the advantage of having a software like that for a company? I mean, I know obviously the advantage of an ERP system, but does it go both ways, right? Is it an advantage to the company and then also an advantage to you because you can better help them with your services?
So here's the problem that everybody's dealing with: it's compliance and tracking, because our level of government, they want to know everything we're doing, right? And so we want to make sure that everything's compliant with regulations, and where exactly, you can tell, saying, hey, this is where this came from.
Okay.
Right? And so most businesses right now, dispensaries are getting a little bit better, but CBD stores and everything else, they don't really know what to do exactly with their taxes and with their, their accounting and how to have proper paperwork and all that good stuff. And so the reason why we do that is really we're guides, right? And the reason why we're called GreenYeti is we don't want you to get lost in the numbers. We want you to do what you're good at and let us get lost in the numbers.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate you sitting down with us. Anything you want to leave us with? Anything you're seeing in the industry that you want to talk about?
Yeah. So, I mean, with everything changing with state lines and all the regulations happening, just keep paying attention to opening up new markets and everything else, because if you don't know the ever-changing compliance and everything else and have a true guide that's going to guide you through that, we're not just like in accounting firms hey, give us your books. We're going to sit down with you and be your CFO and COO, your operations person. Hey, you could do it better this way, and this is how we can make you more profitable.
Very cool. So not only are you looking for the best ways to help them with things like taxes and their books and organization, and I'm sure audits and capital raising, but you're also going to look for efficiencies and help with SLPs.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our main goal. Is to really, I'm a big process guy, and so is Kelly, my business partner, and we want to make sure that you're running smoothly, where you do what you're good at, and which is being the expert in the cannabis industry of whatever you're selling. And we're experts in accounting and process and software, and so we're just bringing it to the industry.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for sitting down with us. How can anyone find you?
Yeah, so they can go to greenyeti.com, and then they can email us at hello@greenyeti.com, and LinkedIn, GreenYeti, you can see it. So we're pretty much everywhere.
Very